The Grizzlies look to take charge at the... FedEx Forum, and we're going to bring it to you live from Memphis, Tennessee. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. And for the Memphis Grizzlies guys, they come in off that loss. In the corner, it's Ingram. Hey, Clark, in tonight's game, what are you watching closely?
Well, the thing that jumps out at me, Kevin, is the guard matchup. I mean, both teams have tremendous backcourts, and I really think whoever is able to win or control that battle is going to win the game.
They set the pick.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call him ladder climber.
Here's Traore. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Driving in. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Brooks. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I caught up with the Grizzlies head coach. He told me that Şengün won't be easy to contain. He pointed to his passing ability and said they can run their offense through him whether he's in the post or at the top of the key. He added in scoring, and he presents a unique challenge. Kevin?
Thanks so much, David.
Hey, I know Ingram looks a little wispy and light, but his strength is deceptive.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Now the Grizzlies with it. It's a 5-point game. On the wing, Bane. And the officials have called the illegal screen right there.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Pass to Şengün. Off target from outside. Here's Traore. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. And the rejection by Smith.
There you see Smith's limp playing to his advantage defensively.
Here's Bane. It's a 5-point game. 5 on the clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Now Ingram. He's got 7. Pass to Hood, Schifino. Back to Ingram. Baseline try. Traore grabs the rebound.
Yeah, but the hand in the face. It's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Offensive rebound. Five to shoot. They could use a bucket. Rebound by Smith.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
They set the pick. Back to Ingram. Stolen by Brooks. Here's Traore. 1:52 left in the first quarter. Driving inside. Off target at the rim.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Payne for three. The Grizzlies with another miss. And every year, and Greg, we agree, Payne seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
Doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable creating off the driving kick. He's become a large part of this offensive engine.
Well, Clark, we hear a lot about the antics with Brooks, but he deserves more attention for his play.
I agree, especially on the defensive end, Kevin. He's one of the top perimeter defenders in the league, and some of what his antics are flowing out of is his competitive spirit. I still think he needs to tamp down the antics because that does take away from what he does, which is lock guys up and play with great competitive spirit all the time.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. Clock management. This is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Boy, LeVert's showing you his unselfishness there. I mean, if you're open, he loves getting you the ball.
Here's Banton. Pass to Knox. Rebounded by Jackson.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Outside Pippen. LeVert with a wide open look. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And here is Bamba. Here's Hendricks. LeVert defending. Pass to Knox. 1 second left. And a closely contested grit and grind first quarter comes to a close. Up one. Live from the FedEx Forum. You're watching. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
Kept alive. Pass to LeVert. Connects from three-point range. LeVert's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for Memphis.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Here's Wells. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And so LeVert will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They lead by 4. And there's the call on Ty Jerome. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Ripped away.
And the turnovers are what stand out. I know they're leading, but it's going to catch up to them if they keep wasting possessions.
Here's Pippen. Jackson with the screen. Outside Pippen. Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
Here's Jerome. The Grizzlies pull it in.
That's a rare miss for him inside. He may have just rushed it a bit. Maybe lost concentration, too.
Pass to LeVert. Back to Pippen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. White inside. Outside for Pippen. A second chance effort. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Just 5 on the clock. They shoot again.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Excellent activity and timing on the offensive glass. That's how you get extra possessions.
Here's Bamba. And the dunk by Bamba.
You know, guys, it's really all about focus while under pressure. And right there, Bamba shows why that's a valuable trait to have.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Pippen outside. Over Green. And it's Pippen again missing.
He still hasn't been able to convert from the field. He's just struggling to find his shot.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Well, you combine his athleticism with his length and his skill set. The versatility of Ingram is hard to guard against.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. Now the free throw is good, now leading by 1.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. Jalen Green has shown he's capable of carrying a team offensively. He said, "It feels good knowing that my teammates believe in me to do that. I've had to learn a lot of things to grow, but that's what I work for. I want to be one of those guys that you give the ball to in crunch time." Kevin, I always want to give the mic to you in crunch time. Back to you.
David, you are an unselfish playmaker, and I appreciate that. By the way, Green can be electric and so fun to watch. Hey, D.A., thanks. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
And just a top-notch free throw shooter this year, all the way up there at 88%.
Yeah, guys, I mean, he's been a very steady hand for them when it comes to his free throw shooting.
And here's Pippen. To the wing right side. Here's Wells. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
2 shots.
Second free throw, no good. Ingram outside. Pass to Green. Back to Ingram. 44 seconds left in the second quarter. No good with the layup. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Trailing by 2. They can look forward to the Cavaliers after this game in a matchup against Cleveland. It's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. It's LeVert with the drive. Rebound by Smith. Here's Hood-Schifino. And the shot is good. Hood-Schifino's got his first bucket of the night.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
The Grizzlies have missed a few free throws up to this point, shooting 4-7 from the foul line tonight. The free throw drops for Wells.
Taking 2 shots.
He hits both from the stripe. 7 seconds left in the first half, with 4 seconds on the clock, and it's Ingram missing. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Up by 2. And we'll be back right after this.
19.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Pippen with it. High arcing shot. And no good that time. Great defense that time from Şengün. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Şengün's got his first points in this one.
You're all... always going to get great effort from Şengün. As a matter of fact, I don't think this guy ever gets tired on the glass.
Wells in the corner. Shot clock at 5. Şengün with the rebound.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And, you know, as time goes on, Ingram continues to embrace more responsibility. He wants to be the focal point of this offense.
Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
No good from outside.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide-open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Jackson with the screen. Outside Pippen. Comes up empty from 19 feet out.
Ugh, ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Substitution on the court.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Here's Banton. No scoring in this one. Here's Hendricks. Pass to Banton. Second chance shot. And it's good on the way in.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Traoré. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss.
Things have been bumpy coming into the second half now. 5 straight misses.
Second team.
And he knocks down the first one.
For the away team, Knox. Taking 2 shots.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. The Grizzlies trail by 9. Vane looking around. Out to the right wing. And another miss by Memphis.
Yeah, that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
Pass to Bamba. Here's Knox. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here's Baines. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And with the body to absorb contact, Bain also has the balance to finish.
This is his second attempt at the line tonight. We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter. Here's Banton. There's the pick. Pass to Hendricks. Good work there as it goes.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Away team.
Grizzlies have shot 70% from the free throw line tonight, 7 for 10.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
He hits the second from the line. 1:25 left here in the third quarter. Here's Knox. Comes up empty down low. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. This will be his third free throw shot of the game. And that one misses.
And what you love about Bane is just how hard he works. His drive to keep getting better on display.
Here's Traoré. Here's the screen. And he dunks it down.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
The Grizzlies trailed by 7. Pass to Brooks. Outside, Bane. Outside, Jackson. 3 on the clock. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Porter, no luck. Here's Traoré. 5 points in the game. Here's Jackson. Bamba with the block. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. They're up by 5. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. A moment for an injury report.
Kevin, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for the Grizzlies. Oh, that is not what you want to see. It sounds like it's a serious injury. Right in the heart of the season. This is when injuries start to mount. We're going to have to adjust. Kevin?
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
The Grizzlies trailed by 7. Here's Traoré. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And that'll be Memphis as it goes out of bounds. Grizzlies retain possession. Pass to Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. There's a good screen. That one goes in.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Porter outside. Here's Jerome. Releases from 15, and that one comes up a bit short. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Here's Bain. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Here's Traore. Offline from the high post.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Got a piece of it. Porter with the steal. Pulls up for three. Traps in the tray. Porter's got himself on the board with three there.
You know, sometimes you don't like to see guys pull up from three-point range on the break, but for him, with nobody on him, that's a pretty good shot.
Here's Bain. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And the league limiting players from making public trade demands. This makes sense. It's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchises from being put in a tough spot. Keeps a player's trade value high, which helps the team they're leaving.
Back to Ingram.
His third personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Green. Inside. And that one's good. Ingram. 16 points for Brandon Ingram.
Making it look so easy right now. Once Ingram catches fire like this, he finds ways to stay hot.
High post, Pippen. Pass to Wells. 5 on the clock. At the elbow, it's Jackson. Pippen for 3. And Hood Schifino pulls it down. Here's Ingram. And he drives in. And they call the foul. So he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
His fourth personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for the away team, Brandon Ingram. Shooting 1.
You know, Ingram is quiet about the work he puts in after practice and before games. This is a guy who just never stops trying to improve, though, and that's shown up in how he's grown as a player.
Here's Pippen, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Alperen Şengün. He misses the free throw.
At the line for Memphis, Pippen. 2 shots.
And the second free throw, good.
Yeah, he cuts the deficit a little bit, but not as much as he could have. One miss can make a big difference.
Pass to Ingram. Screen by Şengün. Now here's Ingram. The rebound by Pippen. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. A 12-point game. Outside, Bain. And the rejection by Smith. Stolen by Pippen. Now Jackson. Wells with it. Now guarded by Ingram. And here is Wells. And there's the drive. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Third team foul.
And the first one drops.
Taking 2 shots.
And Wells drops them both. 52 seconds left in the game. Ingram drawing the double team. Here's Smith. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Pippen with the steal.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yep, I agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
23 seconds left to play here in the fourth. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Wells. The Grizzlies with another miss. Here's Green. Second shot opportunity. Yep, it's good. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
Walking down Madison, some things mean more when you used to not have it. I really came from selling CDs in the packages to living out my childhood dreams. Who could imagine this? I know what it's like to be broke, so I'ma cherish this. Born king, hustler, soul running through my heritage. Broken bummy, man, sometimes it was embarrassing, but held my honor. These walking around him meritless. That's why you